You're like, is he ever gonna get on? I'm sorry. The first thing I didn't mean for that to be public. I wasn't going live. Everyone kind of figured that out really quick. And then it was like, someone's like, "Oh, I hope he does." I was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry, I can't." And then I hit a personal goal on my YouTube channel. No one really knows this. I've never really talked about it. I'm still not going to talk about it in detail. But there was someone that I looked up to prior to Disney Disney buying Star Wars. And when Disney bought Star Wars, he just gave up on EU videos. I was like, dude, don't give up on EU videos. You're doing great. Because I'd watch his EU videos all the time. I loved them. And there were people doing reviews, and he was doing deep down things. I was like, man, I wish he'd do more like that. Well, then that's when I said, well, I did a few Star Wars videos, and then kind of got people started watching me, and then I started doing my reviews of the books in chronological order. And over the past few years, up to today, I believe it was no, was it 7 p.m., 7:01? I can't remember. I checked, and sure enough, I hit that goal, and I am now just barely. I think I climbed a little bit more, but I'm just barely above him. I mean, fine. I mean, his channel was just boom. And to be honest, I feel bad for him. His channel just kind of petered out and died. It kind of stalled. But over the years, I've slowly been chasing him. I still like the guy, but now the guy who used to watch him, I beat him. Like small goals, right, Matt? Your channel's still small, but that was a neat thing. So, um, so anyway, that was something I wanted to celebrate and everything. And I wanted to do this just to, say thanks. I know I got a lot of, it was, I hope I get to 10,000 subs someday. That'd be fine. That'd be fun too. Hello, everyone, by the way. Hello. But it was just one of those things that was just really nice, really enjoyable. I was like, wow, I finally did. Because I remember I wasn't, yeah, thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. Get me to 10K in no time. Good night, buddy. I was talking to him earlier. But it was just one of those things that I was like, that's a nice little personal goal I've always had. I've never talked about it. But I remember I said, oh man, I'm 1,000 away. And then I looked up and I was 200 away. Gotcha. Oh, cool. Oh, thanks. I appreciate. I need to show these. Yeah, thank you. I love doing them. You're going to get 2 more, hopefully. The games are in. I just didn't get a chance to play them today, and I think tomorrow I'll get a chance to play a few of them. One I'm only going to play once because it's like an epic game that goes on. It's like a big one. And then the other one I'm going to play a couple of times, at least twice, and then review them both. It may be a while, the next 2 weeks, and then I'll do my top 100. Well, I'll do the top whatever, and I'm gonna do them every day too, Snoopy. I used to do them once a week, and I was laughing with Bernardo from Tabletop Island earlier tonight about how I always hate that everyone else puts their top 100 videos out every week. I'm like, I can't wait a week, just put them out. And so what was it, last year I was doing like two a week. No, man, every day, because you're gonna watch them or you're not. People who watch them, they want to see what the next one is. So why have them wait a whole week? So we'll do it day by day there. And thank you for that. Appreciate that. Appreciate everyone. I was looking at the numbers, and there's like 60 or 70% of people who watch my channel and don't subscribe. I'm like, I mean, not that you have to subscribe to me. I'm like, but why do you want to keep typing in my name to see if I have a new video? Just subscribe. That way you'll get new videos every time. But like I said, it's not about being big on YouTube. I'm having fun reviewing board games and the expanded universe. These are 2 things I love. It's not a job for me. It's more of a hobby. Yeah, there you go. Oh my goodness, who knows? One day, right? It's a small victory. I mean, later on, I'll do 6,000 maybe. And it's funny because every time a new movie came out, And every time a new movie came out, the new Star Wars movie, my channel would get this huge boost. Yeah, thanks, Vinny. Hey, Vinny, how you doing? I have sent this one. I'm probably doing by myself. It's not technically a nightcap. I mean, I did send an invite because I promised someone who has a bigger channel than me. They got jealous because they heard that someone was on my channel, and they said he didn't send me an invite. And I went, well, I will the next time. So I'm sending the invite. I doubt that they will show. They don't have to. In fact, I sent that invite a while ago, so they're not going to show, which I'm totally fine with. Not offended at all, but because I kind of wanted to do this one a little bit solo. I don't know. There's a few people that I do owe a spot on here, and so if so, I'll give them one, but I'm not going to stay that late. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Vinny. You're that Nightmare on Elm Street game, man. I'm looking again. You know, I almost bought that. I think I said this on your video. I don't know if I did. I tried to buy that for the missus years ago because she's a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan, and it turned out that I got bid out at the last minute. The last minute that price just jacked up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not paying that much for that game. But I love the 3D look of that game. I love the look of that game. It looks really cool. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yes, you are a sub, and I appreciate that. Reviewing the EU is best. I know how. We got some great New Jedi Order content coming out. I figured that I'm going to be done with New Jedi Order by mid-December, I think. And then I'll be doing Darkness Trilogy soon after that. I may do it all in one. I'm not sure. Sometimes I do trilogies all in one. Sometimes I don't. New Jedi Order, I want to do book and short story by piece because, of course, I really love that era. But I haven't even thought or written out that stuff yet. But I am taking next week off, so that's going to help me hopefully get ahead a little bit. I'm having a little issue right now because I'm directing a Christmas Carol at our local theater, and I am heavily involved in that. It's going to be super busy. But if I take that Thanksgiving week off, I have to edit. I'm recording the show, and I'm going to edit the whole show, which is going to take it's an hour and a half. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take me days to do that one. That's why I took the week off. Well, I'm going to be taking the week off. But I'm hopefully going to be doing some of my videos too and getting ahead too, because when the Christmas season comes, realistically, I'm not going to have that much time, right? There's going to be so much going on. So, but I'm going to try to get ahead a little bit, at least filming it. If I can film them, you'd think that would be the easiest thing to do. And it's not. It's hard finding the time because when the girls go to bed, I got other things I got to get done. And filming is not top of that. But if I could sit down and film it all real quick, I will. And so that's what I've done sometimes. Sometimes I'll just film a bunch of them together. And then later on at night, even when the girls are around, they can be playing and I can be editing. But I can't be in here filming because they're going to hear me and they're going to come in, which would be fun too, but would be distracting. In fact, one of my New Jedi Order videos that's coming out or has come out, no, I think it's going to come out. You can hear them crying in the background. I make a joke about it. Anyway, goodness gracious. Look at all this. Look at all this. Ooh, that's actually good. Origami probably. Vinny, I do owe you. Vinny, I thought about getting you and Jamie on and doing a top 50 games or something sometime. I thought that'd be fun, or maybe next time around have you guys on and do it since you two missed out on the other one. And that's only because just Bernardo and Luke and I, it was supposed to be Norm, but Norm got too busy, or I can't remember what he was doing something at the time. But I thought about that. It's just that I don't have the time to do it. I'd love to do that because you and Jamie both have interesting channels that I enjoy, and I want to hear what your top 50 would be too. So we'll try to look into that. Oh, thank you. Greetings, Ian. To be honest, no. I would probably. I collected them when they came out. Like the time those comic books came out, I got all those. But it's probably best to get the omnibuses and the paperbacks because they're all together, all in one. That's what I would say. Individual issues are just kind of hard. It's probably more expensive, so go ahead and get the omnibus if you can. I agree. I don't understand a lot of the dislike for it. You know, I thought it was pretty well done. Solo Command is great. Oh, I forgot. Gizmo's still up here. That's from the last one. Yeah, he still has his tag. His little Hasbro Softies tag. Look at that. He's mint condition, guys. He's still got his tag. And hold on. If you punch him, he squeeze. But you can't. I can't squeeze him. I don't know where the squeaker is. But if you punch, I don't get it. But see, I'm seriously pressing everywhere on this thing. But oh wait, is it there? I don't know. But it's somewhere in there. You just got to punch it. As I beat up the tag. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, the Friday the 13th didn't look as good. But the Nightmare on Elm Street looked really good. That one looked a lot of fun. Well, thank you, Small Time. I know you do, and I appreciate it. I shake it. You think that's it? Oh! I've been punching him for years. So it's got to be his head or something. Wait. Like you want to see me shaking a... Look, you do this, and it's a porg. Okay. Did you have one? Is it in his head? I don't know. The mystery of the gizmo. Like you just really wanted to see that. Fast forward through that. Let's see. I know it does look like a greaser, right? I don't know. It was just like this today, or I don't know. So I've just kept it. This little thing is coming back. I mean, I'd sweep it back and looks so cool. I did wash my hair today. You're supposed to shake it. Well, yeah, I guess so now. That's funny. I've always punched it. It tells you what type of person I am. Just punch it. It works. Ori still. I mean, when he gets out of the academy, Tyler G, you and I are in exact agreement. He gets out of the academy, but the damage has already been done by this point, right? The damage has already been done. You've kind of lost interest altogether. Stop punching him. I won't punch him anymore. I punch him for you. I was like, that's weird. You just kind of punch him. Did he? I thought it was something you squeezed. I didn't know you shook him. Why would he squeak when you shake him? That's so weird. This is great. It's great. That one is a hard choice. That one is a very hard choice. They're both great. They're both great. Really great people. What, in your opinion, would improve Disney Star Wars? If they just stopped and just started back up with Legends. The wrong person to ask for that. I don't watch the new stuff. It's in his belly. I don't know. I hear it in his head. I'm not going to pick him up anymore, though. People are like, why is he playing with that thing? I only know what they look like. There he is. Talked to him earlier tonight. Yeah, I beat my wreck. I told you this, Bernardo. I told you the story already. Laughing about Gizmo. Everyone looking about that, what that was doing. Where do I stand on the conversation we had in that cap the other night? Waru's behind Soko's retcon. He ate her. I wish, but no. Finally on? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Was that teaser earlier? And no, it was actually me talking to Bernardo. I forgot to put it unlisted. I'm lazy, and I forgot to put it unlisted because I'll talk to people, it just on StreamYard, just in the chat room because it's just easy to do. And I forgot to unlist it, and all y'all were like commenting. I was like, oh, did I put this public? So I said, well, I wasn't going to do this, but I guess I'll go ahead and do it. And then I started talking to Scouters Cantina. It's like 4 a.m. for him. It's 5 now. And so I was like, dude, go to bed. I need to get the stream on. Oh, wait, come on. There it is. Basically, it's dark. I guess so. Well, hold on. Let me get to that one. Yeah. So a long time ago, I was in Texas working, and all the maids are Hispanic, and so I tell her, she'd come by the room and say, "Hey, you don't have to clean." I said, "It's really fine." I said, "I don't really touch my room, besides the shower and everything. And you don't need to come in here and clean every day. I'm fine with that. If you want to skip it." Or one time I said, "Hey, the trash, I need a trash bag liner." I can't remember, but I'd talk to her, say hello, good morning, and she would say, "Yes." And the other day, I remember one time when I was at work and I walked out and she was there. So, "Oh, hey," I said, "Oh, look, I didn't get a trash bag liner. Can you put one in there?" And she went, "Yes." No, I said, "I didn't get a trash bag liner for my trash can." She went, "Yes." "Okay, were y'all just out of them?" And she goes, "Yes." I said, "Okay, do you know when you'll get more?" And she goes, "Yes." And that's when I realized she didn't know English. I went, you don't understand what I'm saying, do you?" She went, Yes." And I was like, huh. So then every day when I saw her, I'd say, "Hey," I say, "Good morning." She goes, "Good." I think she could say good morning. I said, "Good morning." I said, "Hey, I don't know how, but there is a herd of wild buffalo that are in my bathtub right now. I don't know how they got in there, but I apologize for the mess." She says, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay." And I would say, "Hey, don't clean behind the curtains. There's a ninja standing back there. I don't know why. I guess he was waiting to assassinate the next guy that enters the room." And she'd go, "Yes." And I go, "Okay, have a good day." And I was telling my wife this. She went, "Matt, she probably knows English, and she's rubbing her feet on your pillow right now." And if she did, I totally deserved it. um, I used to speak Spanish pretty decent back in college, but if you don't keep up with it, you'll lose it. It's sad because even after college, my sister-in-law speaks fluent Spanish because she lived in Guatemala for a while. And so we had a thing where she would only speak Spanish to me over the phone. Like I couldn't speak English with her. And we agreed to that because it was my way to keep in practice. And what it was she eventually stopped speaking Spanish to me over the phone. And then I eventually, of course, lost it, sadly. I can pick up a few words and a few sentences. I'll pick one word out of the sentence, go, "Okay, I think you were talking about this," but I've lost it all. And that's sad. That's sad because I was pretty decent at it. Like if I'd have applied myself more in college, I probably would have minored in Spanish because my Spanish teacher, who just retired this past year, he was well past retirement, but he wanted to stay there for his granddaughter to come take classes, and then he was going to retire. I saw him last year, and he told me that he told my family, he said Matt was just a really great student because I'd forgotten about this. I attended I just took the 101, 102, what the basic not the basic amount you needed to get to the next level to get your degree. But he invited me to the advanced or the higher level one because he said I was really, because I picked it up pretty well. He was a great teacher, but I was putting words together and I was wanting to speak in English. I mean, speak in Spanish just to get better at it. And he invited me to their little dinners because the Spanish speaking people would have these dinners together at school. And the rule was you had to order in Spanish. You had to. He said, no matter. He said, I'd love you to come, but you can't speak English. I mean, everyone knows English, but you can't speak it. That's the deal. He said, but if you really want to have conversations, he said, I think you would enjoy that. That's usually for my, upper level, 300-400 level students, but I'd like to invite you since you're so, interested. I said, I'd love to. And I went there and I did all right. And I remember there's a priest or something who was speaking Spanish. He was from Ecuador or somewhere. And he was going, I told him, he asked me what my major was. It was history. He went, oh, and then in Spanish, he went, so you want to be a blank. And I didn't know what the word meant. I went, ¿cómo se dice? No, I didn't know. I said, how do you say? And I said the word again in English. And he went, no English. And then he was trying, he said, I'm not going to tell you in English. I'm not going to tell you the word in English. He said, I want you to understand. So he was trying to explain to me what the word meant, see if I could get it right. And he kept explaining things to me, and I understood what he was talking about. He'd say, he said, like, have you watched Perry Mason? And I was like, yeah. My mom watched Perry Mason all the time. He's like, well, that is the blank. I went, an actor? He went, no. Have you seen, and he made another example. It was lawyer. It was the word for lawyer. I couldn't get it. And finally, he just kind of paused because we'd had this conversation. We'd been going on for like 10 minutes. He was like, and he kind of looked around the room and he went, lawyer. And I went, oh. And I mean, honestly, he said a lot of other things that should have made sense. He's like, he said, you go to a courtroom when you get a ticket or something. I said, oh, I've never gotten a ticket, so I don't know what. I thought he was changing the conversation. I didn't know he was still trying to explain to me what a lawyer was, the word for lawyer. And I just was totally lost. And he finally said, it means lawyer. He just said English, which is something you couldn't do, but it was okay. But it was really funny. Okay, that story went way too long. I'm sorry. I hope that was entertaining. It was for me. S Cannon being KOTOR have shields and Sims. Well, I mean, it happened. Video games is one example I used, I know, but S Cannon could be things that it happened in some, like the West End Games versions. Like, yeah, it happened. Maybe not the way you played it out, but it happened. The event happened. Yeah, so something like that. Did they end his storyline? I think so. Yeah. And to be honest, that book, publication-wise, that book came out first. Oh, Dark Empire is great. Bernardo is making tons of videos right now. Go check him out. He did some good ones. I like the ones he brought out today, a month late. Hello, Al. Currently reading Clone Wars comics. Very good stuff. Now I have to watch the Clone Wars, or can I skip it? You know what? Go ahead and watch it, Al, and let me know what you think. I'm a 50-50 fan of it. When it dealt with just the clones, I know I bash Filoni's Clone Wars a lot, but to be honest, when he focused on just the clones, it was pretty solid stuff. I mean, I'll admit, I really did. When I did a big rewatch of all the episodes, which I was not looking forward to, but for that video, I had to. I was surprised at how many episodes I'd forgotten about that were really good. And then there's a lot of garbage in there too. Like the other half is garbage in a way for me, but you may like it. But I will tell you this: I think that's the only error, in my opinion, where the comic books were better than the actual novels. I love the novels better than any other era. And there's some great comic books, but the books just always had big hits. I think a lot of the Clone Wars books, this is just me, but a lot of the Clone Wars books were misses, except for MedStar. I really like MedStar. But I think the rest of them were just kind of misses or meh. And where, you look at the Republic book and Obsession and all that kind of stuff. And that was some good stuff, man. It was well written, well drawn, well illustrated. So the comic books are where it's at when it comes to Clone Wars. Okay, what? What? I know a few. You can teach. Yes, you can. Tony knows it. He does. He does. What's up, my friend? Yeah. I'll tell you another one that I told the other day. It was really funny. And wait. Spanish, but my parents never raised me bilingual. Oh, seriously? They didn't? Do they speak Spanish? And you don't? That's wild. You know, we got my girls to do, we're doing sign language with them. They know more, milk. We're teaching them water right now. And what else do they do? More. They do that too. So we're teaching them sign language. It's kind of cool. You know, there's some a few people who are deaf in our church, and we have signers. Really, two. One just knows the alphabet. He spells out all the words. It's really kind of weird. But we, you know, and I wanted. They haven't offered another sign language class, but when they do, I definitely want to take it because I like the idea of sign language, and we picked up some sign language from that couple that we said, hey, what's another good thing to teach them? They said, well, you know, and they, I know a little bit, you know, good morning and stuff. You can't see my arms, but good morning. But they were, the next one they told us was to say water. I think this is water. Someone knows sign language, you're going to correct me. I'm doing it wrong. But that was, so we're trying to teach them water now. If they want water, they have to do this. And they catch on, man. Kids are really smart. Mm-hmm. French. Ian, have I told my high school French story here? I don't want to bore anyone if I haven't. Let me know. No, I'm not from Louisiana. I'm actually from Mississippi. I took French in high school, and I got kicked out of the class, and then brought back in the next week. Yes, there it is for law. That's lawyer. I know it now. I didn't know what he was meaning. Probably. Lawyer. I know. I'm catching up with these. Oh no, Labyrinth of Evil was good too. I forgot about that one. You're right. Nazi Republic comic books are really good. I agree with that as well. You know what? Your big escape from the Curse of the Temple, whatever, that I backed on Kickstarter got pushed back to mid-January. I won't even get it at the end of the year now. It's like every Kickstarter this year got done, and it wasn't because of COVID. They said it was a misprinting error. A color was printed wrong on the tiles or something, so they had to redo it. So it's going to be mid-January before I get my wonderful. He convinced me to get. I can't. It's Escape Curse the Temple, I think. But then it has the Fresco expansion and all this good stuff. It was what was it my number one? I think it was the number one Kickstarter I was looking to come in. Now it's going to be the number one for 2021. Fluently they speak it. I thought you would. Hi, Sam. I'm great. Thanks for asking. There he is. Jamie, I was telling Vinny I'd like to have both of you over on the channel sometime. We could do another top 50 vintage games. I don't know when I'm going to be taking a lot of time off in the next couple of weeks till toward the end of the year because I got to use it or lose it, baby. So hopefully maybe then we'll talk more. Ooh, look at this hot button question. Do you think what's talking easier? Talking race issues in America, gender politics, labor rights, lifting the country of Australia only with your mind? Probably the last one. No. That's great. It took 7 years. Yeah, you use it or lose it, right? You use it or lose it. Shishawaka. No, Ewokese. Ewokese, sir. That's what I want to teach them. Thought I said logger. Doggone southerner. Okay, so you haven't heard it? All right. That's awesome. I grew up loving Monopoly. They said the US and the UK, you need to go back. They said we would no. They said they were gonna receive they were gonna ship. It was gonna hit the boats in mid-December, which means mid-January they're gonna release it. I'll go back, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Oh, I hit a goal, just a personal goal on my YouTube channel. I've never told anyone about it. I don't want to make a big deal out of it either because I respect the guy who I just passed up, but it's someone that I used to look up to who made EU videos and then stopped when Disney bought the EU, and he didn't want to do anymore. I was like, no, you should do some. And then it kind of inspired me to do the videos that I do on my channel. And just tonight, I passed him. So I was like, oh, well, that's a nice personal goal there. So I was happy. There you go. And I was happy to, get that up. To do that, even though I like the guy. I like the guy fine. I don't hate him. He's not a rival of mine. I'm now, and I'm just barely above him. So I may lose a few. But I usually when it trends like this. Like I got a lot today, and I'm going to trend even higher. So there's a bigger channel promoting me, which is really nice of them. And that's really probably the reason I got so many today, because I did a video about me that came out. Anyway, I'll take on both. Thoughts on the holiday special? Did I do it? I think I did a Yub Nubs holiday special about this. So it's a wonderful disaster. Will I watch it this year? Probably, because it's been a couple of years. Will I enjoy it? Depending on who I'm with. But it's not good. It's not good. I'll say that. The best thing is B. Arthur. It's not the cartoon with Boba Fett. It's B. Arthur singing. That's the best thing. Okay, so French. Oh no! Did it freeze up? What happened? Am I still going? Oh, it did. Okay. There he is. If you could direct a theater play adaptation of an EU story, what would it be? I actually, it's gone now, but I actually wrote the opening few pages to episode 1, the musical. Way back in the day. There was a 1996 video that came out, or a 1996 high school video, I think, about Star Wars the musical. This high school in California did it. And I was like, wow, that's so smart. Or they did it late 90s. And so I started doing the episode 1. I wouldn't do that now, but you couldn't. But I was like, that'd be a lot of fun. Okay, so I will never pass Ryan. He's like a 36, 37 now. He deserves it. I'm not. How long did it take me? Oh, Jamie, I had a channel for years, and I was never big because I only posted stupid stuff on there, like little joke videos. You go back through and look at some of my older videos. It was just me joking around on the internet. And what else was on there? I did some board games, kind of like board games, and one of my early reviews not as good because I threw in my house rules. I only did that so I could watch the video later on and understand what the rules were from, and plus the house rule. And one of them was Conquest of the Empire. And I guess I should just totally review that. But everyone got on to me because like, that is not a rule. And I was like, who are you? Why are you watching my channel? I had like 35 subscribers. Like, why are you watching this? I said, that's not a rule. You made that rule up. I said, yes. I said, I don't have to name. I was really offended that they were saying watching my video because I thought, well, the video is not for you, it's for me. And that's another reason why I do the videos. A, I love board games, but B, I just watch my video. Tell me how to set up and what to do. And if I know what games are on the docket, I will tell my gaming group, hey, watch these videos of mine. They never do. Maybe one or two do, but it helps me explain the game. But I'm going to watch them so I can explain the game to them again, remember how to play. That's really why I did it. All right, so before I get too far ahead. So in French class, we had bombed one of the tests, and me and my buddies were just laughing because we knew we'd bombed it. We were looking at each other going, because we just bombed it. And the teacher was just, I don't know what she was doing. Maybe she stepped out for a minute, stepped back. I don't know. She was there the whole time, but she didn't see us kind of like laughing and joking at each other because we knew we'd all bombed this test. Well, some girl stood up across the room. She, Mrs. So-and-so, they are cheating on your test. I was like, what? I turned and looked. I said, what do you mean we're cheating? She said, y'all are sitting there laughing about something. You're passing notes around. I said, we're passing notes around. Someone had threw me a note like, well, that sucked. And I laughed at him. I said, yeah, it did. I said, yeah. I said, we're passing notes around because we sucked at it. We bombed it. I said, we didn't pass that at all. I said that we weren't cheaters though. And without even any evidence to the fact, the teacher said, out, you're banned from this class. I was like, what? I said, no, she wasn't even around. We didn't. And I was like, so mad. So me and two other people got kicked out. Well, then she graded the test that day and we all failed. So either we were the world's, worst cheaters or we didn't cheat. And I remember the principal had to forcibly take me and sit me down and sit with me for a few minutes because I did not want to come back. I said, I want a full-fledged apology from the teacher and from that girl. He went, you're not getting that. He said, but you're going back to the class now. I said, oh, no, I'm not. I was staring the principal down. I was like, I'm not doing that, dude. I am not. I said, unless I get a full-fledged apology from them. And I'll be serious. I honestly, it felt like it was forever. He had his hand on my shoulder because he knew when he got up, I was going to get up and leave. But it was long enough. It wasn't the whole class, but he stood there for quite some time and then pressed it down again and then walked off. And I was like, and I mean, I'd sit like this the whole time. I didn't take any notes. And when the final came in, I signed my name and threw it on her desk. She went, you're going to fail. I went, I don't care. I said, at least I won't be accused of cheating. I mean, I was still mad for like weeks later. That's what type of immature person I am. Now, someone who's not immature is my good friend, Michael. Michael, welcome.
What's going on?
Dude, I'm so happy to have you on this.
Oh, thank you. It's good to finally join you.
Yeah. So guys, Michael's been around on the channel for a while. I actually sent him an invite when he was rightfully asleep on the last one, like normal people.
It is late.
That's okay. For some reason, I know the first few nights I was nursing on Friday. I was nursing a energy drink starting at 1:30, and because I speak, I didn't have time to take sips in between, so I didn't finish that sucker till like 9:30 at night. And I was like, what am I doing? Finish this energy drinks because caffeine really impacts me. And so, and then the other day, the Saturday night, I can't remember. I just could not. I was like, oh, I got to do something. So, but tonight, do you think after 2 nights of not much sleep, you think I'd be tired? But I don't know. It was a busy day. How was your day?
Oh, it was action-packed. Played some board games. Watched some football.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. What? Hold on. Let me ask some interesting with these. Scoundrels Cantina took a piece of my video that I did with them, and they posted on their channel, and I'm very positive that's what led to the bump. It was like 20, I was like 20 subscribers behind the guy, and I caught up in a matter of days once that video posted. So really big thanks to them. Hey, look at that. Do you know who got me that? This guy right here. So yeah, see, you get me things and you get to be on the channel. That's how it works here. No, it's funny because I've always we Michael and I talked about this because I think you were watching one of the Q&As when someone asked me if I had. I said no. I said, I really need to get it. I keep looking because you'll find the black figures in like the sales bins now. I mean the bargain bins, the outlets, but you won't find a Jaina Solo.
It's a funny story on why I had two. Because I bought one. I bought one at Celebration just to have Zahn sign it.
Oh wow!
So then I have an extra one. Do I need two?
Well, I appreciate it because I love it. I remember Brian Borg from Twin Sons Foundation. He had his the moment it came out. He got it, and I was over at his house. I think Brian may correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he had it. And I was like, "Is that the figure?" And I was like, "Let me see it." I was like, "Man, that is a nice figure." So, and I've always meant to get it, but I just keep forgetting because I mean it's expanded universe and it's right up my alley. The Old Republic one, Revan, where's my Revan? That's interesting. Oh, no. I know it's packed up in the closet when I had to rearrange things. I need to bring that one out too and put it by it. But I got that one. And then pretty early when it came out because I was just excited to see something. But the Jaina I forgot about it after that because I was traveling a lot.
It's not like we're spending our money on anything else.
I know, for real, right? Okay, so let's see. Hold on. Let me try to see if I can catch up with some of these, and then, okay, SG1. Michael, did you watch Stargate?
I watched the first 3 or 4 seasons, and then I think we moved, or it wasn't on HBO or Showtime anymore, and we just stopped watching it.
It moved from Showtime after season 3? I can't remember. But the thing is, I will say that Cameron Mitchell was fine. I had no problem with him. He was in the later seasons. Jack O'Neill, no one beats Jack. No. But of course, the true story is that Richard Dean Anderson had to raise a kid, and he asked to be, let off the show. I mean, he was there periodically, but he wanted to be a dad. So yeah, I totally get that. So I don't come down on Cameron Mitchell for replacing Jack O'Neill because it was with RDA's blessing, and it was something necessary for him to go be with his family.
The first 1 or 2 seasons of that is amazing. So I do regret never finishing it.
No, it's well worth your time. It's really good. Yeah, that video, All American Cornbread, it went. This is back before the word existed, viral, which is why I have All American Cornbread, correct me if I'm wrong, does that have 500,000 views or something? I mean, seriously, like a big portion of my views were that one video. That was my very first video I put out. Because Pranking the Classroom videos, I think were going around, but that one kind of caught the eye. But people thought it was so stupid and everything. And I kept all the comments on there because I thought they were funny. But yeah, almost every comment you see on that video is lame. Because I guess they're saying something bigger or something. Here's one from Michael.
The holiday special it's a rough watch.
It is rough. You have to watch it with the right group, and you have to be talking all the way through it, except for B. Author's song. So it's goodbye, my friend. Farewell, my friend. Oh, say, and then the guy throwing the mug in his head. I'm not making any of this up, folks. It's worth watching once, but to be honest, you're going to get bored very quickly, and you're going to be like, what were they thinking? Let me see. He's given up talking about the EU. Well, to be honest, he wants. I mean, he does what he wants to do to promote his channel. I have nothing against that. It's not something I want to do. But to be honest, Siberian Dream, every time I was doing my videos, and still every once in a while, I don't do it that much now. But when I did a rant about EU haters and a rant about Disney and everything, those videos triple the amount of views I get. They blow up, but the reason I stopped those was because I had nothing more new to say. And I'm not going to sit there and repeat myself. Now, I know people like Ryan and everything. Well, Ryan made 5 videos about the same thing. He's mad about this and mad about that. Yeah, but he wants to do that. He wants to talk about that. And that's his channel. It's his choice. I'm totally fine with that. I mean, yeah, he would like to do more EU videos, and I pick on him. If you notice, in a more civilized age, I'll always pick on him a little bit here and there. But yeah, that's the case there. So love your old videos. Yeah, my brother. To be honest, Vinny, before the pandemic happened, my brother and I were going to do a series together on YouTube. We used to do something. In fact, Vinny, some of the old ones you saw me and my brother a lot in them was we did the food challenge. It was a joke. They were joke videos, but we were actually going to do one where we were going to go into the local, because the local Walmart has the weirdest stuff in certain sections. I mean, the weirdest things to eat. And so we're like, let's just pick out weird things. Let's really eat them. And I think we're going to call it On the Table or something. I can't remember, but that was a show idea I had before the pandemic. The reason I say before, because he's kind of been one of the people who's kind of boxed himself indoors. I wouldn't say he's scared of it, but his wife is. So that's why he's had to be a hermit. I mean, I went months without seeing him. He lives here, and I went months without seeing that dude. What keeps you so engrossed in Star Wars EU after all these years?
Matt Logan's videos.
And he's coming back next time, folks. He'll be here all night. Comments like that. Yeah, no, the thing is, to be honest, what keeps me so interested, first off, it's a fun topic for me to talk about. And plus, it is people, this is going to sound super cheesy, it's people like you. It's people, because I'm talking about the EU with people who also love it just as much, if not more than me in some cases. And that's so much fun. That is so much fun. And there's so many topics and avenues to talk about. It's really all encompassing. But I'm going to deviate from this. Hold on, let me make sure. You can either ignore it or remove it, Vinny, but the spammers or the love bots. What was it on the live chat? We all made fun of the love bot and she ran away. But yeah, you're going to have those. Have any recommendation for other EU channels? No, just mine. I'm kidding. Michael, is there anyone else you watch?
I mean, I know you've talked about before, Eckhart's Ladder and Corey's Datapad. They do the TapCaf transmissions where they do like a book club. I love those.
I did not know about Corey's Datapad until just last week, I think. I didn't realize that. And I don't watch Eckhart's Ladder as much because he's the here and there, but I saw a fantastic older video he did about a K-wing bomber. I was like, you're the only person on the internet who has
those two love their ships. They're all about that kind of stuff.
And I love them for it because I find those videos extremely fascinating. Extremely fascinating. So there's one. There's tons of people who do reviews. You know, it just depends on what you want. My type of review is different because I don't really go into, I mean, I'll give you the overall view of the book, but I'm going to talk to you about what I liked about it, continuity, a little bit behind the scenes, a little bit, because I didn't want it to just be a regular book report that everyone else has. But there's other ones. Just check it out, Al. There's other ones out there. Okay, so Celsius is a good energy drink. People give me. Do you have plans to be the best when it comes to baseball? Did you enjoy that's another thing we were going to do. Dylan and I we were really going to do the podcast. And I'll be honest, Dylan and I talk a lot and we should have done it. This year, I was super negative. Baseball didn't feel like baseball. And I hated the rules they put on it this year. And I don't think we didn't do it, but after the World Series, Dylan and I were talking, and I was like, should the Dodgers really celebrate? They stayed hot for 2 months.
They played the same rules as everybody else for 2 months.
That's true, but no one went through the ringer of a season. I'm not. You're a Dodger. If anyone's a Dodger fan, I'm not trying to cheapen your victory. You were the best at that time, but the season just felt so rushed to me. I had a problem with it, and this is the first year that I did not watch every playoff game, and even missed a few games in the World Series, which I've never done before. I missed 2, but I had other things going on. But usually it's y'all know that we started one of our fundraisers last year for the billboard late. Do you know why they started it late? Because Matt was watching the World Series and he was not going to do a video until the World Series was over. That's a true story. That's a true story. I was like, Brian, I'm sorry, I need to finish this World Series game. I'm so sorry. We'll start it at 10 at night. It worked out fine, but he was okay with it. But I was like, I'm sorry, it's World Series time, and you don't bother me during the World Series. And then this year I was like, I'll just go do this. I'll just catch the score later, or when I get home, I'll catch the end of the game. I wasn't as into it. That was just me. But no, yeah, thanks, Al. We may do another one. I really like Dylan. We talk baseball all the time. So you want to know a good baseball channel? It's really funny. John Boy. I didn't know how big he was. Like a lot of people know about him. He just does funny breakdown videos, and he's kind of funny. But anyway, really want the Kyle Katarn figure. Stupid expensive. Heck yes, it is. Oh, whoa. I'm so far behind, and we're not catching up here. All right, hold on. Could the hero character? I guess. I don't know. They have Darth Nihilus. They do. Is that out yet? Yes, it is, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Let me know. You take your figures out of the package. That's fine. I have nothing. I don't have any sons, but I do have the 1997 wave of Star Wars, all in packages. And I kept collecting until whatever series came out after Shadows of the Empire. And then it got I have all the vehicles and everything, but it was bankrupting this college kid at the time. And so I had to stop. The Green Power of the Force, it was very early. Some of those, especially in my Millennium Falcon, in the package is worth a couple $100. But I guarantee you this, if I have a son or my girls want to play Star Wars, we're opening
Rip
it.
them open.
We're going to rip it open, throw away the box, and we're going to fly the Millennium Falcon around the backyard or wherever they want to go. I mean, it would definitely happen. I'm not someone who wants to keep it all in the packaging. I mean, keep this in the packaging because I'm not going to be playing with it. I'm just not. But I mean, if one of my little girls gets older and I know they won't lose pieces and break it, I'd let them play with it.
Jaina's a good role model.
That's true. So, here's the finish. Karate video. Yeah, that was when I first moved into this house. There's a bunch of styrofoam, and we said, hey, let's do this. And that video turned out way better and way funnier than I thought it would be. It's still one of my favorite joke videos. It's my favorite video with my brother.
It's on this channel? I don't think I've ever seen that one.
If you go in chronological order, you don't have to scroll. You have to scroll down a little bit. It was in 2008, I think.
Oh, wow.
But it was an older video, but it's called I think I called it Styrofoam Karate, I think. And it's just really stupid, but it's really funny. I used to play that for people. It was back when I had 0 subscribers. But my wife was unpacking boxes while we were playing Styrofoam Karate. She was not happy. But her friend was recording, and her friend kept laughing. And I think you can hear her friend laughing in one time. I said, Laura, I know it's hard, but don't laugh because we're trying to be serious. But we're being goofy. You can tell we're being goofy the whole time. But man, I mean, I did not edit that video. I told her to stop and start. And that's all one big start and stop because I didn't have editing equipment back then. But it looks like a really good edited video, but it wasn't. She just hit start and stop exactly when I told her to do it because I was showing her what we were going to do. And I said, this is when you start it. This is when you stop it. I said, don't let it go too long because then it gets dumb. And there's that part where we're chopping. And then I'm looking all freaky with the things coming out. My brother's going, huh? and we paused a little bit at that, and then went to other scenes. That's not editing. Jinsari, I know about them, but I don't. Yeah, I think I've seen something from Jinsari. Evan Nova, I don't know him. Okay. All right. So, Michael, what board game were you playing?
I played 2 different games. The first one, actually, I don't even think I caught the name of it. One of my friends brought it. It was like a party game.
Okay.
Where you just match symbols and then have to describe something. Just a warm-up game, and then we played a bunch of one of my favorites, Seven Wonders.
Seven Wonders.
It's great with 6 people.
It's great.
I know you don't like it.
I'm not a fan. I told you. I told everyone why. But to be honest, I do introduce when we're at board game conventions. If I'm with people who don't, they're there for the first time and they're just trying to try out new games. I said, well, go get Seven Wonders, bring it back here. We'll play it with you. And I hated the game, but I knew most people love it. And most people love it. And they loved it. They said, we're getting a copy. I was like, great. Glad you enjoyed it. I knew they'd enjoy that. It's that pass and play. I guess I just don't like that. Like, it's pushed me away from a ton of games, because even, what was the other game? It's not like Seven Wonders, but it's pass and play, Sushi Go. It feels, well, you have a little bit more power, I think, in Sushi Go than you would in Seven Wonders. The problem with me was, like I told you, you get one card, like, okay, well, I'll get this, and then wait, what? Now I gotta redo this. And if you fall behind, well, for me, maybe I'm too stupid to play this game.
We play with 2 expansions that give it a lot more depth, but I like never having to worry about whose turn it is, because you all go at the same time.
That's true.
And there is plenty of strategy, especially if you play it a lot, because you kind of know what cards.
There's strategy within who's playing to your left and right, because the army cards you're playing down, you definitely want to get the upper hand on someone there. Yeah, no, there's definitely strategy there, but I've never played with the expansions. But I don't know if that changed my mind. And to be honest, I'd probably play it again. I mean, it's not something that I'm just like Ticket to Ride. I cannot stand Ticket to Ride. But I'll show that if we're at a convention and people have not, they don't play many board games, I'll show them Ticket to Ride, because
it's a gateway game.
It's a gateway game, even though I hate it. But
my kids love Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride is a great game to play with my 9-year-old and my 7-year-old.
There you go. But I have a game, and I think someone in the comments even said this, Urbania by Mayfair Games. It is Ticket to Ride, but just with a different theme and different structure. You're basically getting the right cars to establish, to develop neighborhoods of certain colors. But yeah,
Urbania
from Mayfair Games. It's an older game, so you can get it really cheap. But Urbania it looks. I'll be honest, the only thing about it is the look of the board is way too. It's too much of a color mess there when it's all flipped around. It's kind of a little. It's too busy, a little bit. But other than that, it's a really fun game. I have a review on it too, and other people may have reviews on it too, but it's Mayfair. It's fun. It's simple. And it does play a lot like Ticket to Ride. But for me, I just love it. I love that game. And even my gaming group said that.
I'll have to check it out. I'm looking it up.
Urbania,
saving it for later.
Yeah, save it for later, because to be honest, it's a really good game. And my friends, when they played it, went, Matt, this feels like Ticket to Ride. I went, you know what? They said that online, and I said, I can see that, but it doesn't. But I hate Ticket to Ride. They said, well, yeah. He said, my buddy says, I'm surprised you like this game. I was like, I do. I can. He was pointing out all the similarities. I said, yeah, I read that, but I just don't. I said, I just feel like you have more choices. What I don't like about Ticket to Ride is you're trying to get that one color. Well, if someone else trying to get that one color, he's always going to get it before you or something. It just feels like. And if you miss out on that one track, I mean, that's part of the strategy, though. You missed on that one track, then you're screwed. You have to go a longer way, or you're just going to have to give up on this track you've been working on for several turns. But in Urbania, you do have goals you want to reach. But the thing is, though, if someone blocks you there, you have the entire perimeter of the neighborhood to make up for it. There's tons of alternate routes and tons of more ways to score points, and you can shift your strategy and still make as much points, if not more. I mean, I just really like it. Anyway, I know everyone here wants to talk about board games, so
I love talking board games.
I tell you what, dude, if the Mets win this year, if the Mets win next year, I'll tell you what, the first thing I'm going to do is wake up. Let's see.
They're going to spend a lot of money.
Well, they got Stephen Cohen as
he wants to win.
2 thumbs up. I don't know anything about him, but 2 thumbs up. See, now you're getting baseball talk from me now, folks. Now you really hate my channel. 2 thumbs up because I hate the Wilpons. I've always hated them, and they're not good for the company. They don't deserve a New York team. If you're a New York team, you have to pay big. They play like they're the Milwaukee Brewers, like they're the Oakland A's. We're always shoestring budget with enough. We have that one little star here, Cespedes, who gets injured and doesn't play for a third of the season, but we still sign him again because Mets fans want him back because he gets some hits sometimes, and he has a yellow band on his forearm. I don't know why we like this guy so much. Yes, he is a talented player, but he gets injured all the time. I can't remember the last time he had a full season. Folks, we're Mets fans. Throw him away. We have so many. We have a great. It kills me. We have one of the best pitching rotations ever, and yet no one knows how to swing and hit a ball. It's just like, how did we get so imbalanced? When the Braves in the 90s had those 5 aces, they also had bats to back it up. How are we so talented? We got the talent. Sandy is Alderman. Yeah, he got promoted to. Oh, geez, he got promoted.
There's too many titles to remember what all these people have been promoted to.
I think he's GM. I think that's the top. But he's been promoted. Good, keep him. He's a good scout. But also, you got to pay big money. Oh, Matt, that's the Yankees pay big money. That's why they're always a winning team. You know, I hate the Yankees, but yeah, they bought their team. Yes, it's true. But you know what? You got to do that to win, right? And the Mets need to also spend, but then spend wisely. The only smart trade we ever made was I totally forgot his name. The knuckleballer.
Hap.
No. The one we traded him to the Blue Jays, and we got a great trade for him. Shoot, he'd won the Cy Young the year before.
I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name either because he was been terrible in Toronto.
Yeah, he was not good. I mean, his stock was high because he was throwing that knuckler, and knuckleball is a hard art, folks. I don't think there's any right now in the major leagues. I don't think there's any knuckleballer now ever since.
I'm sure there's got to be a few.
I think because in the movie Knuckleball, the documentary, he was the only one at the time. There was like 1 or 2 in minor leagues. Now, of course, there could be one, but I don't think I don't remember seeing or hearing one this year.
R.A. Dickey.
R.A. Dickey, yeah, R.A. Dickey, man, that was a smart trade. He was Cy Young winner. He had a great ERA, and I was like, trade him. Now, I like R.A. Dickey, okay? I'm happy that he had, not just because he was with the Mets, but he seemed like a nice guy. I appreciate the knuckleball, being dominant in there because it's hard to do. But I was like, his stock is high. We got to trade him. They did. And anyway, thanks for letting me talk baseball too. I'm going to stop right there because I just realized I'm losing everyone here.
We should just talk about Stratomatic baseball because then it's baseball and a board game at the same time.
Dylan, we're back to board games. So we're coming close back to Star Wars, folks. Don't worry, we're coming back
soon.
We'll get to it. But with Stratomatic, I let Dylan watch some of my game as I was playing. He went, "This is actually kind of fun. You should do a live stream." I said, "No one wants to see this. No one wants to see me and play my Stratomatic game."
I played a ton of Stratomatic from the ages of 10 to 20, for sure.
Yeah, I bet anything you're close to my age then, because a lot of people, we played Stratomatic. You played these little baseball games because they were so much fun. Baseball was big back then, and Stratomatic it's still one of my, you're just chucking dice. Folks, I was this close to doing a review on it this past week. I said, should I do another top 5 expansions, or should I finally review Stratomatic baseball? But I don't think I ever will, because it's just, what is it? It's rolling the dice.
It's rolling dice. There's some decision making, but
there's lots of decision making. There's when you take someone out, if you flip the cards over now, they have a left and right-handed batter stats now. I don't use those.
Advanced. We always played like a modified advanced version, so that it was more
you can make it as simple. Yeah, you can make it as simple or complicated as you can, but to be honest, it's just rolling the right dice. You think, well, it's just dice rolling. No, there is strategy involved in there on who you're putting up against who. It's just great. I don't want to get all right. So we're going to back away from that now. We're backing away from that.
Star Wars.
Okay, so I'm older than you then.
You can't be by that much. Not by that much.
Got you by 4 years.
It's not bad.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay, so ignore the to be honest, Vinny, that's just Bernardo's other account spamming you, probably wanting to go to muchlove.com. Yeah, that's probably Bernardo. He's known for doing that. Okay, here we go. Do you like General Landry or General Hammond? Hammond all the way. Come on, get out of here. That question. Let's see. I won't be able to catch up with this, but here we go. Yes, Cody, I did that on my last nightcap. I talked about that. I'm really excited. I hope they have 1 billion volumes come out. Because it's just hard to find. Those things are hard to find for people. I mean, the short stories are. Come on. So I'm just gonna move through this. Like Body Bear. Oh yeah. The old 96 version or 98 version. Yeah, like Luke is all Superman. It looks like He-Man or something. Oh, good night. I disagree with that because Cable Car is holy cow. You know what? I think I got rid of Cable Car in a trade.
What is Cable Car?
Cable Car is a fun game by Queen Games. I think I did trade that. I did, but I did it for a purpose. I like Cable Car. Cable Car, you're basically just establishing routes with tiles. It's a quick, easy, Queen Games fun count thing, and it was a good one. But I guess it wasn't good enough. It got traded. I just realized I think I traded that game because I needed money I needed a balanced trade. That's how I'm getting a lot of my games these days because I got twins. Let me see. What is going on with my mouse here? What? See, I told you we would get back to Star Wars. Here we go. What's the idea for the EU you think was underutilized, not explored enough? Al, I did this watch The Last More Civilized Age. There's a Hutt story that's just rife for the EU picking. Please don't talk to me about that, Sam. That hurts my feelings. You know what? Queen's Gambit is going to be played around Christmas time. My buddy says I've got to play this game. I hear you talk about it all the time. I was like, you're on, man. Queen's Gambit is great.
Is Brian worried you're going to take his?
Yes, because I always threaten.
Like two at the same time?
This was the first one I ever played, and I've always said that I'm going to steal it.
It's just always too expensive for me to want to buy.
Well, yeah, and back then it was 300. Now it's like 600. But back then it was $300. I saw it in his closet. I was like, "Do you have Queen's Gambit?" I said, "I hear so much about this. Have you ever played?" He went, "Oh, I played as a kid all the time." I was like, "Well, can we play this?" He went, "Sure." So we set up, read the rules, and played it because I thought there's no way I'm going to pay $300 for this game. And we were playing. I was like, "Oh crap!" And so I told my wife, I said, "This is a really good game." She went, "Well, I guess you can get it." And that night on eBay, there was one, and he was selling it for $250 because the box had, had creases. I said, I don't care. $250 done. And I got a steal now because that game is still going up in price. I'm going to try. You think I should review? Yeah. Oh wait, did I catch up? I did. Look at that.
Matt, did you play any of the other Stratomatics like basketball or hockey or
No, you
football?
know what? I didn't. Never played those. We never, and that's kind of weird because a Stratomatic person usually plays the Stratomatic. I had some friends that did the football one, I think.
Me and my family, we did them all.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Hockey too?
Hockey one was kind of boring, so I think we only did that 1 year. But basketball, football, we probably did 2 or 3 years of each at least. And we would open everything up, draft our own teams, make a schedule. Because we'd have 4 or 5. Because like I would have a team, my brother would have a team, my dad would have a team, my 2 friends would have teams.
Wow.
So we would really into it. My brother, he just finished a Stratomatic season with 2 of my siblings and my dad and my nephew.
That's great. I had to. The only reason it didn't make number 1 on my vintage list this time is I'm almost positive. Now that last year I could do it because they were little girls, they'd sleep a lot, and so I'd play a lot. Well, now I don't have the time to play my full season, and I felt cheated this year. So let me answer the hot button question. What I think about that recently. I know in the end I don't care because it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. The world is not going to end. We're still going to be moving over one side or the other that wins. It's just that when, one side won, the other side complained about it. If the other side had won, the other side would have complained about it and committed illegal acts by rioting in the streets. It doesn't overall. We'll get over it. We'll be fine.
Let's be positive and hope that we succeed as a country.
Be positive and succeed. And obviously, there's tons of votes. We're divided right down the middle. And Official Ray Blitz, I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but I'm a third-party candidate guy. Really, it's obviously you say that to a third-party candidate guy. I'm not about beat the system. I'm saying vote for if you think a Democrat or a Republican represents you best, vote for them. But there's other people who ran for president this year. You didn't hear about them besides Kanye West. There's other people you heard about that, and find one that represent. And by the way, again, if a Republican or Democrat represents you best, then vote for them. But you also need to look at independents too. And it's not throwing your vote away, and it's not a vote for so and so is a vote for fill in the blank. No, it's not. It's a vote for that person.
That's right.
And it's not to say I've never voted Democrat or Republican before. Oddly enough, I voted both.
I have voted for both and independents. It's
yeah. And so I'm just going to vote for the one that best suits me. Do I regret any of my votes? Yeah, kind of one. But the rest of them I'm very happy with, and I'm very happy with whatever. And to be honest, whatever the election results were, the only thing that I'm worried about, if you want me to be political on one side or the other, is no, never mind. I'll do it.
I just wish people would lose gracefully.
I think we put too much into this pandemic. I think there's too much fear and there's too much worry. I will say that, and I feel like the side that's going to worry the worst won, and that's if there's one thing I can say that I'm disappointed about, that would probably be it. But to be honest, whatever happened, like everyone woke up the next morning and was like, we still have a decision. I woke up and went, I mean, in the long run, we're gonna be okay. I've heard it's the end of the world when we're under Trump. I've heard it's the end of the world when we're over Obama. It's the end of the world when we're over Bush. It's the end of the world when we're under Clinton. It's the same thing. We're still here. Do we have problems as a nation? Absolutely. But we shouldn't worry about it. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. What? By the way, earlier I caught up. I know I'm behind now, but I did catch up for a while. Why do I like Troy Denning so much? Why not? Michael, are you a Troy Denning fan?
His first couple of Star Wars books I really didn't care for, but all of his later ones I've loved. So, the Swarm War, Tatooine Ghost. I'm not a fan.
That was terrible. I won't defend Tatooine Ghost. I won't defend Tatooine. You're right on Tatooine Ghost.
But the Legacy books and the Fate books, top notch, for sure.
Oh yeah, I agree. New Jedi Order, I enjoyed. Matt, I'm getting greed. Lazy Force. I mean, Here, you're asking me, Cody. I would read Dark Nest trilogy. If you're asking, if that the question's addressed to me, your question addressed to Michael, he probably says skip it. And yeah, you could. That's the great thing about the EU. You can skip into any section and not be lost. But for me, Jason his story starts to arc a little bit differently, and Luke's finding out different things about him. We're learning a little bit different. It's not completely the story from Legacy of the Force, but I think it's a great segue.
You need to read them. I feel that you should read all of the major novels.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't feel like you should skip even the bad ones, like Crystal Star. Go ahead and read it. You know what? If you turn around and say, "Man, I actually like Crystal Star," or I like, no one will ever say it unless it's quality autism, but I love. He loves Dawn of the Jedi novel. It's a terrible novel, but you should read it. You should still read it. That was also in one of my favorite videos because the very first time I did a video about chronologically through the EU, I was like, "Oh, Matt loves the EU," and then I trashed the very first review book I did because I'm honest too. If I don't like something, I will tell you. Yeah, and again, it's not a dig on Democrats or dig on Republican. Again, if that's what you're for, that's what you're for. But definitely don't think that those are the only two choices. I like, if you knew me, people who know me find this funny, but Coke or Pepsi. I'm going to tell you RC, and I mean it. I'm not just picking a third-party candidate there. I just love the taste of RC. But there's other colas out there. Try them.
Pepsi, man. Pepsi all the way.
I would go with Pepsi next. And then Coke, which is weird because in the South, Coke's number one.
RC has no carbonation. I just can't get behind it.
You join in and get to politics. What's that going on, Johnny? You get away from politics. I swear that's the only time I talked about politics in this whole Gaslight now. Gives politics in his top 50. Oh, we joked about it. Yeah, we had fun with that. Dude, we laughed so hard pre-filming those videos, me, Luke, and Bernardo, about stuff. Yeah, 2012 used to be the end of the world, the Mayan calendar and everything, all that stuff. The world ended yesterday. Hey, Tim. Oh, man, I missed that, dude. What baseball stadiums have I been to? I haven't been to that many. Atlanta, both. No, all three. Hold on. Their newest one. No, I haven't been to their newest one. I've been to the last two Brave stadiums. Never got to go to Shea. Really, really hate that I never got to see Shea Stadium. Texas Ranger Stadium, obviously, because they're right next to me. I want to say I went to the Diamondbacks because I was traveling Arizona. I haven't been to that many stadiums. Michael?
I've been to Houston, Arlington, Kansas City. I've been to Busch Stadium, but only for a Dave Matthews Band concert, not for a baseball game. So I don't know if that counts.
It counts.
Clearly, since I'm from Illinois, I've been to both Chicago's. I've been to both Milwaukee's, the old and the new. I've been to Cleveland, and I was at Old Tiger Stadium, and I've been to Toronto.
Okay, I missed out to go to Tiger Stadium and Comerica Park when I was in Detroit. And I definitely, because they even got me tickets, and I thought, why would I go to a Tigers game? And that was a bad move on me. And that's one of my big regrets from being there. Because I thought I'd be going to Detroit on and off, but I didn't. That was my last trip out there. I was like, I should have gone to the Tigers game. But what was the other one you said? Oh, yeah, Wrigley Field. Oh, I'd love to go. I'd love to go just because of all the history there.
My dad took me on a road trip to Old Tiger Stadium the last year that it was around before they knocked it down.
Do you know that the Ranger Stadium it is built, the right field section is built after Tiger Stadium. And I always said that when we walked in, I went, dude, I said, that whole right field section looks just like Tiger Stadium, old school Tiger Stadium. I told my wife that. Well, we took the stadium tour a few years later. He goes, does anyone know but this baseball stadium was made, or this portion of the outfield was made after something. And I said, before you say it, I said, I've always said it looks like Tiger Stadium. He went, you're correct. I was like, I felt like I was the smartest person in the world. But it was classic. The big, long iron beams, the rafters and everything. I remember Cecil Fielder knocking it and hitting on the top. I remember watching that ESPN clip going, oh my gosh, because it was just, not Prince Fielder, his dad, slamming them homers.
My sister went to all 30 ballparks in 5 years.
That's my hero.
5 years.
That's my hero right there.
I've been to Cincinnati also. That's right. So
there you go. Oh, I'd like to go to Cincinnati again because those are I say true baseball fans because Cincinnati and St. Louis will always watch that. Those towns will always watch baseball, even though their team didn't make it.
Yep.
Those are baseball, and of course the Reds are one of the oldest teams in baseball, if not the oldest, still going around. Okay, so one more question: favorite player of all time? It's going to be Keith Hernandez. I'm a Mets fan, and I was first baseman, and so Keith was too, and I liked him. No, and my dad hates Keith Hernandez today and back then. Who was yours, Michael?
Craig Biggio.
Craig Biggio. Glad he got into the Hall of Fame when he did.
I was there for that.
You were?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no way I was missing that. I actually, since I was a huge Biggio fan, we planned a vacation to go to Houston to try and catch him get his 3,000th hit. And the first game that we went to, he got 5 hits, including hit number 3,000. So I got to see it.
That's awesome.
Just, number one sports memory for sure.
It would be.
And the game ended with a walk-off grand slam too.
Oh,
which
wow.
made the game just insane.
My baseball memory was probably being at Game 7 of the ALCS. My wife last minute bought tickets online. I was not going to get scout tickets for that one, but she did. And I was like, okay, we'll go. And we went. It was last minute. That day I took off and we traveled down there, got to the stadium. They won epically. Confetti fell from the stands, the stadium. And I was like, this is really, it's not my team.
Which ALCS?
It was the one they went to the World Series the first time, the 20. I need to remember. Didn't they go to the World Series in 2011, 2012?
What team? The Rangers?
Yeah, Rangers. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think 11 and 12. That sounds right.
Yeah, it was their first year, so it was 2011. And I gotta admit, it was a great. Even though I didn't have a dog in that fight, it was an amazing experience to be about. How do we feel about? So we're still talking baseball here. You want to throw in a Star Wars question, Johnny? What's that all about? How do you feel about Cecile Sand? You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I have an opinion on that. I don't know. Okay. Remember, I don't know. Michael?
That is not my field of expertise. I can't even remember that. Like, I've probably read all of that stuff once.
I'm fine, but I don't feel either way toward her. I never really thought about that much. Whatever.
I like Pibb Extra more than Dr. Pepper. But you can't get Pibb Extra around here right now.
Ooh, Pibb fan. Oh, I love Pibb. It is hard to find. It's getting harder. There's a place in South Louisiana that has it, so that's where I'm getting my supply. But it is I can't find it in Mississippi anymore. When I go to Jackson, I can't find it anywhere.
I can only find it in 20 ounces right now.
Oh man, Dawn of the Jedi, another Dawn of the Jedi apologist here. What? Big Red? Tyler.
That's not. No. I will choose to disagree on that one.
When you read Vector Prime for the first time, you got the chapter where Anakin, who did you side with in their views of the Force? Oh, hold on. You got the chapter where Anakin and Jason duel on the Falcon.
Like a duel of the minds?
Like when they argue. I thought I don't remember, that argument.
Now I feel like I have to reread that book.
If I'm thinking it's the same one that they kept throughout the series, then I can probably Anakin's. If I recall the argument you're speaking about, I don't remember the one from Vector Prime. There was one they had, like when he was about to shoot them with the Centerpoint Station. Jason's like, "No, this isn't the way," and Anakin's like, "Well, I can do this without, there being much damage." If I remember, if that's the argument, Ace. Okay, whatever, Bernardo. I'm done with you. What? Lucky. Have a pib for me tomorrow.
Check those expiration dates.
Pour one for yourself and pour some on the ground for me.
Don't pour any on the ground.
Well, when you pour it on the ground, those flowers will instantly spring up. I'm telling you, will create oxygen. CO, whatever. You close the ozone layer a little bit more when you pour Pepsi into it. So a pib, excuse me. Tyler, oh my goodness. All right, so Gone a Ways. I'm going to end it here, guys. Again, thank you. Like I said, it's great. I'm just thankful. Thank you for subscribing. That's really nice. And it's fun to have people like Michael and like everyone here who have the same likes. And oddly enough, Michael and I have a lot in common. I'm going to talk to him later. But anyway, you guys have a great night. You'll have a great work week, and we will